If you're a homeowner and you currently own a home, a condo, land, second home, or investment property, as a homeowner in 2022, you are super excited about how much money your home's value has gone up, right? You have gained some serious equity. Congratulations, high five. The risk takers get all the rewards, but wait, not so fast. You aren't the only one who noticed that your home's value went up. Say hello to the tax man. Don't be shocked when you get your property bill this year. You're going to see the property taxes are going up, especially in specific cities and certain states who are going to be seeing massive increases in their tax bills. Now, this is not what you want to hear, I know that, but it's the truth. Many homeowners just cannot afford these increases. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the huge tax increases we're going to be seeing in 2022. And unlike the other YouTubers, this channel gives you several options on what you can do to lower your taxes. So if you like that, hit the like button for yes. Okay, so no matter where you live in the nation, we're seeing some major inflation and the cost of everything is going up. Prices keep on rising. And now we're at the highest level since 1982. Gas, groceries, heating costs, electric costs, dining out, cars, electronics, furniture, medical care, housing, and of course taxes that go along with all of this. So household finances are getting squeezed. This is putting a big strain on tax-paying citizens in many ways, and in many states and cities all around the nation, they are in trouble. Some cities are actually running some major deficits right now. So in already high tax states, there's a major revolt that's happening. Right now, as I'm talking to you, there's a plan that's being made, rolled out all across America, where homeowners are thinking about moving from where they currently live. And why? Why? Because property taxes are ridiculous. Housing prices are absurd. But many can no longer afford to live in the place that they once loved. So in order to find out what they don't want us to know, we have to break down why is this actually happening. So the cruel, unfortunate reality is, and many won't acknowledge this, but our government is producing debt. Whether it's national, state, or local, it doesn't matter. This is a debt-based system, so you get to pay it back in your taxes. What we're talking about is property taxes going up. And along with the cost of everyday things, experts are predicting that we're going to see runaway inflation for the next several years. So in order to be able to afford to live, and especially when it comes to living in retirement or fixed income, this is why many are looking at all of the options. Here are some choices for you that homeowners are making in this current housing market. Option number one, many are leaving those high taxed areas. Okay, so did you know that in Chicago, property tax will rise by $76 million in 2022? Now last year, the mayor raised property taxes already $94 million and persuaded city council to follow up with tax increases tied to consumer price index. Did anyone mention that we're seeing runaway inflation? I mean, homeowners are going to get absolutely crushed. And it's not just Chicago. In many states, in the Northeast as well, Connecticut, New Hampshire, New York. Listen to why this guy moved from New Jersey to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
I'll be 60 years old in 2 years.
Yeah.
My taxes back home in New Jersey will be about $10,000 a year.
Yeah.
So between 60 and 70, very prime years of me wanting to just chill and enjoy my retirement.
Right.
I will have to pay $100,000 in property taxes, where here...
Just a privilege to live there, live
Yes.
up north, okay. Yep.
Where here in South Carolina, I will only maximum will pay $10,000.
I would agree, because you're going to be primary residence, you're going to be living in it, your tax base is going to be much lower. So look at that for the cost of living.
So from $100,000
Yep.
to $10,000,
Yep.
my wife and I can find a lot to do with $90,000.
Absolutely. Does this sound familiar to you? So where is it that homeowners pay the most property taxes? Now take a look at this map. It's from the Tax Foundation. So look at where you live on the map and look at where states have the highest property tax rates. You know, some cities are running a deficit right now and other areas are already upside down. Yet, you know what? they're still increasing the taxes. So what is it that they don't want us to know? California, the population continues to decline. So California actually declined by 173,000 people between July 2020 and July 2021. The PPIC statewide survey found something out that's very interesting. 1/3 of all Californians have seriously considered leaving the state because of high taxes and housing costs. But it's not just California. The high property tax paying citizens who leave, who's going to be left holding the bag? The last one out, turn the lights out. So here's a quote from a buyer who moved from California to South Carolina. Now don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you the quote. You ready? Taxes are ridiculous. Housing prices are absolutely crazy. Huge fires, earthquakes, mudslides. Traffic is just unbelievable. Major homeless population, gangs. Crime rate is unbelievable. And the laws are on the books are not enforced. It's like the wild, wild west, end quote. You get it? Speaking of the wild, wild west, keep an eye on the future of Texas. You know, many people do not know this, but Texas actually has a very high property tax rate, especially in the big cities like Dallas, Houston, and Austin. But there's a big problem that's on the horizon. And since this is a major oil producing state and relies on oil revenue just to balance their budgets out, so consider just what's going to happen as the nation shifts away from oil and fossil fuels to electric. States that are heavy in the energy business are going to go into massive deficits. You know, they're going to be looking for revenue. So where do you think they're going to get that money? Go ahead, fill the blank in on that one. The U.S. Census Bureau said that New York population lost 353,185 people moving out of New York. So where's the best places with the lowest property taxes? Most states in the Southeast have low property taxes as far as a percentage. So if you're an investor or you're retiring, you want to keep your property tax bills lower. Some areas to consider would be like Louisiana or South Carolina or Alabama even. They're ranked as some of the lowest and best states for property taxes. But hey, do you like this information? Smash that like button if you do, please. Okay, so here's the thing. One big issue the nation is having right now is the aging population of baby boomers. This is a change that could impact the savings and incomes of millions of Americans who are retiring or retired. And it's a shame, but baby boomers really have been moving to states with cities with lower cost of living, lower taxes, and it's a major migration of the population that's happening looking for a better lifestyle. And places like Florida and South Carolina are growing. However, housing markets like Florida have been seeing a major surge in homeowner tax bills. Places like Cape Coral or Northport, Florida, where property values actually went up by 32% last year, homeowners are going to be in for a huge shock when they get their bill. I want to let you know a little secret that you may not know about, but last year, many people have moved out of Florida to Myrtle Beach. And this I know for a fact because my real estate team has helped them move. But here's why and why this is happening. I always thought that Florida, was where everybody had to go when they retired, right? But interesting, many have told us the same exact story. Once they moved into the Sunshine State, the following year they received a massive tax bill. Why? Because they weren't aware of Florida's grandfathered in property taxes. Meaning, if you bought a house 20 years ago in Florida and you never moved out of that house, you're grandfathered in. But the new owner of that home gets to pay the new property tax rate, guys. So checking what the current property taxes are doesn't always translate into what the real taxes will be for the new taxpayers. So citizens have moved out of Florida and told us that car insurance was high, flood insurance was high, the roads are congested, it's too hot, wah, 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 wah. Look, Florida is really not that bad. And it sure does beat a lot of other places, and I think you would agree with me on that. But here's some good news. No matter where you live in the nation, your home has appreciated in value. And if you sell it, you will be required to pay taxes on that profit. However, thanks to the Taxpayer Relief Act of 1997, most homeowners are exempt. So if you're single and you pay no capital gains on the first $250,000 of profit, that's the excess on your cost basis. Now, married couples enjoy a $500,000 tax exemption, and there are some restrictions. But years ago, I moved out of Maryland because the taxes were so damn high. And then I moved to Virginia And I liked it during that period of my life, but 16 years ago, when I found out about the land of pleasant living, I had to move my family to South Carolina. Now in South Carolina, the property tax rate is lower when you claim your permanent residence as your primary residence. And on top of that, you even get more benefits as a resident. As a homeowner, when you turn 65, you can get a homestead exemption benefit, which is a complete exemption on taxes on your first $50,000 of fair market value. And this is also available to you if you're permanently disabled or legally blind. Now trust me, this is not the only reason the state is growing. So what about renters? You know, many say that I'm just going to go ahead and rent so I don't have to pay these high property taxes. That's a failing formula, and here's the reason why. Higher taxes that an investor pays just means that the rent increase is just going to be passed on to the renters. The investors aren't going to be absorbing those costs. Duh, it's passed on to the end user. So if you're an investor and you're selling, you can also take advantage of a 1031 exchange. A 1031 exchange gets its name from the Section 1031 of the U.S. Internal Revenue Code, which also allows you to avoid paying capital gains taxes when you sell an investment property and reinvest the proceeds from the sale at certain time limits into a property or properties of like kind or equal value. Now, I know that's a mouthful, but I've personally done many 1031 exchanges on investment properties of my own. My real estate team has also helped investors do the same with 1031 exchanges to avoid paying capital gains taxes. Now, if this is something that you're interested in, give us a call and we can fill you in with all the details because there's a good bit. Now, before I go further, I got to take a 5-second break. I want to know something. How much did your home value go up last year? Comment below. Let me know how much your property increased last year. I really want to know. And the reason I'm asking is because I'm trying to get a good idea on what's really going on around the nation. 2022 is going to increase taxes all across America, no matter where you live in the nation. We're going to be seeing property tax surge of 2022. So many are fed up with paying high property taxes and putting their foot down, or should I say, putting both feet down and running away. So there's a massive migration of people moving out of their state or their town. And look, I'm not an accountant and I'm not an attorney and I'm not giving legal advice. I'm just telling you the truth as I see it. I really enjoy making these videos for you and I hope you enjoy them too. So if you like a guy who's real and gives you the truth and real estate information, at least you could consider subscribing, and I appreciate you for that. So paying real estate taxes sucks. I get it. Now, I've got to perk you up because of all this bad news, right? Now I've got to put a smile on your face. So I have a real estate joke for you if that's all right with you. So you already know about the low levels of inventory in real estate market, right? So did you hear about the last remaining unit in the condo building? It was the last, but not the least. Boomps. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic day. And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, guys. Hey, did you subscribe yet? See ya. This thing won't shut off. I guess I'll see you in the next episode.